My name is Kazuma Kurayami. I only like a few things. I am an Edgelord prince. If you think you can defeat me, you're mistaken. Friendship is for the weak. Being alone is what makes me powerful. It makes me strong. It makes me who I am. Power is everything. You must control everything with your might, strength, abilities. Only that matters. Nothing else matters. Love and peace, pointless. The only thing that matters is power, strength. Like I said, if you think you can defeat me, come at me, princess. Friendship is for the weak. If you think you can defeat me, then fight me. I'll destroy you. Bring it on, loser. I'm not gonna be defeated that easily. I'll show you what I can do, and I'm serious. Bring it on. I'm not easily defeated. I still have a lot of powers in my sleeve. You haven't seen all of it just yet. Allow me to demonstrate. I am the Edgelord Prince. I'll show you what I can do when I'm serious. It's about power. It's about dominating your opponents until there's nothing left. Total destruction. That's my goal.
숨을 것도 찾지 못한 나는 피하려고 애써봐도 너무조차 할 수 없는 네게 갇혀버린 사랑이었다면 정말 사랑했던 거라면 내게 이러지는 마라. Always falling from myself. 나를 묵묵 가둔다면 사랑도 묶인 채 미래도 묶인 채 커질 수 없는데 자유롭게 비워놓고 바라봐. 오직 너만 채울게. 너만 가득 채울게. 거부할 수 없는 너의 마력은 Lucifer. 거부할 수 없는 너의 마법은 Lucifer. 다가서면 너는 마치 천사 같은 얼굴로 나를 사는 이유라 말하고 너를 처음 봤을 때 짧은 순간 멈춰버렸지. 누가 마치 내 심장을 꺾인 채 놓지 않는 것처럼 아직까지도 너는 그렇게 내 맘을 따따따따따따 가져놓고 네가 없으면 내 맘이 따타버리게 만든다. 나를 묵묵 가둔다면 사랑도 묶인 채 미래도 묶인 채 커질 수 없는데 자유롭게 비워놓고 바라봐. 오직 너만 채울게. 너만 가득 채울게. Loverholic, lovertronic, loverholic, lovertronic. 너와 같이 너는 사랑 얘기들 나랑 같은 곳을 바라보는 너. 우리 더 이상은 완벽해질 수 없다고 느꼈을 때 너만 쳐다봐. 너는 또 나를 원해. 너만 바라봐. 모든 게 이제 신의 경가 조금씩 잘못된 것 같아. 이상한 너. 나를 본 사람들 모두 하나둘씩 곁을 떠나. 난 가진 게 너뿐이야. 나를 묵묵 가둔다면 사랑도 묶인 채 미래도 묶인 채 커질 수 없는데 자유롭게 비워놓고 바라봐. 오직 너만 채울게. 너만 가득 채울게. 마치 유리창에 갇혀버린 비로 만든 것 같아. 지금은 조금만 너를 위해 춤을 추는 나. 머리 들여다보고 날 만져보낸 것 같아. 난 점점 네게 끌려가는 것만 같은데. Loverholic, lovertronic, loverholic, lovertronic. 네가 민 건 아냐. 싫단 것도 아냐. 네 사랑해란만 누가 진짜 너였는지 알다가 또 헷갈리게 만든다 나를 복독하던다면 사랑도 묶인 채 미래도 묶인 채 가질 수 없는데 자유롭게 비워놓고 바라봐 오직 너만 채울게 너만 가득 채울게 마치 우리 손에 갇혀버린 비로만 된 것 같아 나를 냅둬 자유로워질 때 너를 진짜 사랑할 수 있고 뻔히 들여다보고 화를 만져 뻔한 것 같아 나를 냅둬 질리기도 말고 너를 진짜 바라볼 수 있게 나를 복독하던다면 사랑도 묶인 채 미래도 묶인 채 가질 수 없는데 너만 holy chromatronic 너만 holy chromatronic 거부할 수 없는 너의 마력은 Lucifer
Hi guys, my name is Kazuma Kuriyami. I am a real edgelord, and today we are gonna go rank top 10 anime edgelords. I hope you guys will enjoy this video because of course it's very interesting. And as an edgelord myself, this is gonna be based from my opinion, so I hope you guys don't bash me in the comment section. I'm gonna go be basing the edgelords on a specific mechanic or mechanics. It's gonna be based from looks, style, and aura. I want to know about their aura, how they make people feel, and how they act as well. So that's gonna be the 4 mechanics I'm gonna go be basing them on. Anyways, aside from that, let's go start with the video. Okay, for number 10, we have Yuya Kizami from Corpse Party. Okay, the reason why I placed him on number 10 is because in terms of his aura, he's from a horror anime, and in terms of his edginess, I can sense it, but something seems to be missing. Like, it's not enough. Like, I want to see more edginess coming from him, but as of now, I would place him in number 10 because he's the tall, elegant edgelord type, and you know, he's a very interesting character, and he can be very intimidating when he wants to be. So of course, I placed him in number 10. Next, for our number 9 spot, we have Goku Black or Zamasu, because of course they're just the same person. Now for Goku Black, he's pretty obvious he's an edgelord. He's the edgier version of Goku. Goku is usually the enthusiastic, funny, that loves to eat main character. He's the MC of his anime, the one who wants to keep fighting. He's equivalent to Superman. Now, for Goku Black, I placed him in number 9 because it's almost the same reason for Yuya Kizami. I want to see more edginess, but in terms of his design and power, he's very edgy. He uses a scythe or a sword at the same time, which is very cool. He uses the color pink and black, and even though he uses the color pink, it's very scary and intimidating. He comes to his opponents in an elegant way, similar to Yuya Kizami, but this time we get to see more of his edginess. And in terms of his final form, of course, that's also a very interesting character because we get to see more of what he can do. Most of his attacks are very edgy itself. He seems to be very negative. His aura is very negative. He shows a lot of, dark aura. Even his name itself speaks for itself. He's Goku Black. He is the darker, evil version of Goku. He's the edgier version of Goku. So, that's the reason why I placed Goku Black or Zamasu in number 9. Okay, next for our number 8 spot, I have to give it to Ayato Kirishima from Tokyo Ghoul. The reason why is because, first of all, I actually had a conflicting, mind about this, because first of all, I thought I should give it to Kaneki, but the reason why I didn't give it to Kaneki is because Kaneki has a soft spot in which he shows he's not really a pure edgelord. He just became an edgelord over time. Now, in my basis, for my mechanics, from my metric, I have to base them from becoming an edgelord from the very start. They need to be pure edgelords. They cannot just be edgelords, on the way. So I wouldn't be able to accept Kaneki as one, but I think Kaneki would work as well. But I have to give the spot to Ayato Kirishima. He is the younger brother of Toka, and he's very edgy. His fighting style is edgy. His voice is edgy. His voice actor in the Japanese and the English dub is very cool. His fighting stance is cool. His powers is very cool. And
his wings, everything he can do, it's very edgy. Even his outfit is very edgy. He wears a cool version of a hoodie that looks like a bunny rabbit, but he makes it look so edgy that it becomes intimidating and it becomes, stylish at the same time. And his hairstyle is also edgy, and even though he's the younger brother, I want to repeat this and make this clear, he is the younger brother of Toka. He looks older or much more mature than Kaneki at times, which is one of the reasons why I gave this spot to Ayato instead of Kaneki. So for the number 8 spot, I would really have to give it to Ayato Kirishima. I have to say sorry. So guys, Ayato Kirishima deserves the number 8 spot. He's one of the edgiest characters in Tokyo Ghoul, and I think he's done it pretty well. He's a pure edgelord. The way he acts, his aura, his style, everything about him, even his attitude and voice, it's all in. So I have to give it to him. He is in the number 8 spot. Okay, next. For number 7, I would have to give this to Kawaki in Boruto. Now, I don't like the Boruto anime. Like, I really don't like it. This is the first time that you guys are gonna go hear this from me, but I'm not a fan of the Boruto anime. But I have to be fair because, for Kawaki, he's really a good edgelord. His design is really interesting. Everything about him is very edgy as well. At the same time, his powers, his backstory, and the way he treats Boruto, and even his voice acting as well, I have to judge them in all aspects in order to become an edgelord. Now, he's one of the more powerful edgelords in this list. I have to make that clear. He's one of the more powerful edgelords in this list. So, of course, I would have to give him the number 7 spot. Kawaki gets the spot. I think he's really interesting. I think he's very cool. And, even though he's in a crappy anime, I think he steals the show. He steals the show. People watch the anime to watch, Kawaki and his edgy powers and stuff. And he has hyper beam similar to Pokemon. And he has a lot more of shenanigans and other stuff. He wanted to escape from Konoha. And he even does some dark stuff that I don't want to give spoilers to. So you guys can just check out and read it in the latest manga in Boruto. So I would have to give this to Kawaki. Now for number 6, I will give it to Adam Taurus from Ruby. Now he's one of my favorite edgelords because he actually reminds me of Virgil from Devil May Cry, and I think he's based from him as well. But the reason why I couldn't place Virgil here because he's not really from an anime, and I know that there's a Devil May Cry anime, but that's based from the video game, so that's not really counted as an anime. I have to count it as an anime, so I would have to give it to Adam Taurus from Ruby. Ruby is an anime, an American anime, and I still consider it as an anime. And I would give it to Adam Taurus. His weapons is very interesting. It's a gun sword, and I love the fact that he's a political leader, and I love the fact that he stands for something. He doesn't like being treated like garbage. He thinks that the governing power should be destroyed. He thinks he should sever the bonds of people, and there's so many things about Adam Taurus that's very interesting. Even the way he broke up with Blake in the anime, spoiler alert, it's very interesting. And even his backstory and why he wears a mask is also very interesting. His fighting style is also very fascinating. You could just see the slashes, which is very cool. You can see the amount of effort the writers and the designers put into his design. And he has a rose and a very cool looking jacket you could find. So Adam Taurus gets the number 6 spot. Now for number 5. For number 5, I'm excited to tell you guys this because this is going to be very unexpected, but I hope you guys don't judge me for this. For number 5, I would have to give it to Ren Suzugimori from Cardfight Vanguard. He is one of my favorite characters in Cardfight Vanguard. Everything about him is edgy as hell. His avatar is Blaster Dark, the avatar of darkness, shadows. He uses shadow paladins. He defeats his own or hurts his own comrades in order to gain power. That's a very dark way of getting powers. I must say. He started off as a villain, but he becomes an anti-hero in the future. So, you know, he's very helpful in the anime. And he's actually the counterpart of the main character, because the main character uses Blaster Blade. Aichi uses Blaster Blade. For Ren, he uses Blaster Dark. So he's actually the shadow version, and it's similar to the Goku Black and Zamasu thing, except for this one, it's done even better because we see more and more of his development, which is very different from Goku Black. Ren Suzugumori has a bigger development than Goku Black and all of the other edgelords I mentioned, because all of the other edgelords, they don't really have so much of a character development. But for Ren Suzugumori, he has good character development. So, of course, I would really have to give this spot to Ren Suzugumori. Okay, now for the number 4 spot, I would have to give it to Accelerator from Taru Majutsu no Index. Now, for Accelerator, he is one hell of an edgelord. Everything about him is very cool. He looks like Kaneki, and he wears different types of outfits. Now, similar to Ren Suzugumori, he has character development as well. He started off as becoming the petty kind of edgelord, but if you watch the episodes in the future, you will soon understand his reasoning, and he becomes very nice, and he sort of has a soft spot, but he still has the edginess inside of him. And whenever he defeats an opponent, he humiliates them completely, which is very interesting, by the way. And his powers are very OP, so he's one of the, you know, more powerful edgelords in this list, I have to say. But of course, Goku Black and Zamasu is still stronger. Now, for Accelerator, he's just very cool. Like, if you try to listen to his voice, he even has his own unique style. He has a choker that becomes an earphones. Now, personally, I own one of those kinds of stuff in real life, so it's pretty important for me to talk about how I can resonate with this kind of character. And he uses kicks a lot, and his powers, like I said, it's very OP. Now, for his costume and design, he starts off wearing a black t-shirt with stripes on it, but in the future he wears a coat, a white coat, and in the future he wears a white stripes with black, you know, it's in reverse. Now, in the manga, it's kind of different, but for Accelerator, he's just very cool, and he shows no mercy. Like, if you try to watch how he fights, he is as ruthless as Kawaki is, but he has character development. That's the reason why I would place this number 4 spot to Accelerator. Okay, now we're getting close. We're getting really, really, really close. Now, for number 3. Number 3 goes to Muzan Kibutsuji. Now, the reason why I would have to give it to Muzan is because he's not just an edge lord, he's also an edge queen and an edge kid, if you may even add that. And everything about him, like I keep saying, is edgy, but this one takes it a further more. Like, it's just more than just the average one, because he can shift forms. His powers is terrifying. He's a demon lord, and he knows how to intimidate his, you know, his workers, his minions. He controls them, and his red eyes, his red velvet eyes, it just stings to you. You know, it just shows the amount of edginess in it. And he looks like Michael Jackson, which is very interesting, by the way. And he wears a suit. He's one of the more elegant types as well, similar to Yuya Kizami, but he's very intimidating, and that's the reason why I would place this, you know, I would have to give this to Muzan. It's just really based on his intimidation. He has one of the best intimidation in this list. He really knows how to scare his opponents. Now, for Muzan, he's an edge lord, he's an edge queen, he's an edge kid. That's just very interesting. Like, there's a lot of possibilities you would go with that kind of path. So that's the reason why I would give this spot to Muzan. Okay, now let's do this. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Okay, let's go. Now, for number 2, I would have to give it to Dabi. Now, Dabi, he's not really that strong compared to Muzan, but I would have to place Dabi in number 2 because his backstory is just wow. His backstory is just wow. He's not a petty villain. He shows the bad side of petty heroes, and he has a lot of designs. And his white hair, he started off with black hair when he was first debut, but you know, he shows white hair in the future. Spoiler alert. And his blue flames and his powers, it just adds up to the edginess. Now even his voice acting, he can be elegant, he can be intimidating, he can be funny, he can be sarcastic. He just shows a lot of it. So Dabi is very versatile as an edgelord. He's one of the more ideal edgelords in this list. His powers and everything about him, even his tattoos, are very edgy. And the fact that he has scars, battle scars, and he's part of the Vanguard squad, which is very interesting, by the way, because you know, I love the word Vanguard. I also play the card fight Vanguard anime, but those stuff are two different things. But for Dabi, he's a very cool villain. If you try to watch how he fights, try to look at his voice, try to compare it to the other guys I compared in this list, you will understand why I have to place him in number 2. Dabi is one of the best edgelords I've seen in this new generation, because he's from My Hero Academia, which is very recent. And Dabi is just wow. It's just wow. I really love his characterization. His attitude, he didn't start off petty, he wanted to be powerful, he wanted to impress his dad. And his darkness, his blue flames, which is very ironic. Everything about that is just amazing. Okay, let's go to number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this. Number 1 goes to... I know you guys are expecting this, and I hope you guys don't bash me for this, but I really have to be real. He's one of the most iconic edgelords, and it'll be wrong for me not to put him in number 1. Number 1 goes to Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke Uchiha is the most iconic edgelord there is in anime. The Curse Mark, the Susanoo, the Amaterasu. His moves, like, it's just very edgy. He can be sarcastic, he can be scary, he can be calm, he can be very aggressive. Everything about him, even though he was just a kid, he was already edgy. He wore a lot of black clothes, even the way he copied Lee, and even though he tried to defeat his opponents. And when he used the Chidori against Gaara, wow. Sasuke deserves to be number 1. Sasuke Uchiha has been one of the most iconic edgelords there is in anime. When you talk about anime edgelords, Sasuke usually comes up because, of course, Sasuke Uchiha is one of the most iconic, the most iconic edgelords there is in terms of anime. He's very edgy. His powers are dark as hell, and his backstory is also amazing. He has actual valid reasons to do what he does, and he later on takes on the role to protect his clan, which becomes good in the future in Boruto. Now, the reason why I would place Sasuke Uchiha in number 1 is because, like I said, he's the most iconic and the most famous edgelord and the most best there is. Now, compared to Kawaki and all of the others, Sasuke really has to go to number 1. His stylish, his voice acting. Yuri Lowenthal did a great job on voicing Sasuke Uchiha. Like, you have to admit, Sasuke's voice is just wow. It's just the embodiment of edginess. So Sasuke Uchiha is the best candidate to be the number 1 spot of all anime edgelords, in my opinion. Sasuke Uchiha is crowned the edgelord king in anime, in my opinion. So Sasuke wins, in my opinion. Oh, and there's another one. The reason why I would place it on Sasuke instead of Itachi, I wouldn't really place Itachi so much of an edgelord because he's not really too edgy now. He is. Itachi is more of a calm, philosophical character. I wouldn't really consider him much of an edgelord. Now for Sasuke, he's really an edgelord because even in Road to Ninja, where things are reversed, he is still an edgelord. He still wears cool clothes. So nothing really changed aside from his attitude. Like, I know he becomes a playboy and stuff, but he is still an edgelord. So Sasuke is an edgelord in heart and soul. So Sasuke wins #1 spot. Okay guys, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed our top 10 edgelords in anime, and please hit that like button, of course, and leave a comment, and we'll do another top 10 video, of course, next time. It can be about other stuff, and I will react to more edgelord stuff because I'm a real edgelord. I love wearing edgy clothes. I love the edgy style of wearing black. I love wearing chokers and other stuff. I don't really have my choker with me, but maybe in the future you guys will see me wear it. So that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be real exciting, of course. And I hope you guys can enjoy edgelords the same way I do, because it's more than just it's more than just a character. It's an aesthetic. It's a style. To me, it's an art. So the idea of building an edgy character, making them look cool, making them look intimidating, elegant, dark, and the embodiment of shadows, that's very difficult to do. And when you get that character done right, I think they deserve a medal, because it takes a lot of writing skills and talent to pull something off like that. So in my opinion, edgelords are amazing. I hope you guys will enjoy this video, and of course, like I said, anything goes. My name is Kazuma Kurayami. I'm your edgelord prince, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Like I said, hit that like button, and aside from that, I think that's all for today. Goodbye.